How many times have you had to hold on to your dog while you've unloaded your gear? A dog is pulling you off in another direction or doing something other than what you want him to be doing. Or you're just a little bit nervous about what he might be getting into. He might be getting into something dangerous while you're unloading your gear. I have such an easy and simple solution to this problem that you're going to wonder why someone hasn't come up with it sooner. Before I show you this simple solution, I'm going to give a shout out for my new book, Kayak Eastern Connecticut, 70 Eastern Connecticut Paddling Destinations. And of course, my Kayak with a Dog book. If you want more information and more helpful tips about kayaking with your dog, I suggest you check out my book. Kayak Eastern Connecticut was ranked #1 new release by Amazon.com. And both books can be found on my website, kayakingconnecticutwithlou.com. Deacon here is attached with a dog leash that is attached to my kayak through this little connection here. The leash goes underneath the kayak to a dog leash holder handle right here. I can hold back or release as much leash as I want. And Deacon is attached to my kayak where he's not going to get in trouble while I unload my gear. I use this leash for other things on my kayak. I usually use it for my stakeout pole so that I can anchor myself on the river somewhere and not move forward. But it comes in handy when I want to attach my dog to the kayak and unload the rest of my gear. This key component right here is surprisingly found inside this hairspray cap. Take off the cap and look inside. You'll see the piece I'm talking about. I had to cut off this end here and pull the pieces out and pop it out of there, but it's fairly easy to do it, and you can see pretty much how to do it once you take that apart. And it conveniently has this little flange on it. It has another piece like this on the other side. So you drill a hole the size of the piece that you're putting down inside. Make sure it's really a nice tight fit. Then you take marine quality glue, put it underneath that flange, and just pop it in there and let it set. And then you have that key component that you need to make this project. You want to make sure you get the kind of leash that's like this, more like the cord than the wide band, because it goes in and out more easily. And you want the kind that you have this on the end where you can slide it back, cut the leash, put it through, and reconnect it, and then pull this back over the top of it. I'm trying to do it one-handed, like that. I usually just take it and connect it to something on my kayak and keep it out of the way. If you're interested in more information about kayaking with a dog, check out my book, Dog Paddling with Tiny, A Guide to Kayaking with a Dog. It's full of a lot of information and many helpful tips like I just gave you here.